What is going on, guys? It is Blink here, back with another video. Now in this video I'll be showing you guys how you can learn to win more of your fights with tips I've learned to apply into my playstyle throughout the years of playing Fortnite. Now before we do get started, thanks so much to everyone that likes this video, as it does help my channel grow even more, so I appreciate that in advance. Anyways guys, let's get it started. Now in this first situation I'll be going a little in depth with utilizing pyramids when fighting opponents. Some of these clips will be from a few videos back, so keep that in mind. Now you can see as I took my opponent's wall, I instantly placed a pyramid into his box and was able to get off a shot. You can see he even tried building a ramp to block my shot. But because I've been able to beat him to the placement, that's free damage for me. The simple trick is still underused by a lot of players, but just wiring it into your brain to place that pyramid if you have the chance is the best thing you can do. I even utilize it way more than the Mongrel Classic because I notice it's much easier to keep your opponents exposed. You can see in the second example, the moment I take my opponent's wall, boom, place that pyramid and get off the elimination. My opponent even tried backing up and he had absolutely nowhere to go. The moment you get that pyramid in the box, it's so hard for your opponents to counter it. Once again guys, I think 90% of my eliminations are because I placed that pyramid. So if you're not utilizing it enough at this current time, then really start getting in the habit of using it a little more compared to the stair placement. It's just too good not to use. Boys, and using it aggressively is just as good. Getting that overhead pyramid to block your opponent from editing through his floor is such a good strat. What I recommend you guys do is go for that pyramid roof block and then place walls. You'll then edit through your walls and utilize the right side peeking angle to re-edit the wall and go for the shot. Utilize it again from the opposite side if you have the chance, but be careful because your opponent might just spam your wall after the first shot. So be aware and keep replacing the wall until he runs out of ammo, or he might even flip his stair, which you see in this second example. So just be one step ahead and expect your opponent to do something in return. Now the last trick I want to talk about is the wall blocking trick I'm sure some of you guys know about. So there will be times where your opponent gets ready to build out from his box to get the high ground from you. If you notice it's about to happen, place an upper wall above his 1x1. This will stop him in his tracks and allow you to still hold on to the high ground depending on the situation. You can see in this example, I placed the wall right above me to block my opponent from building out. He doesn't even react to the situation too much and simply edits his sidewall and gives me a simple shoddy shot for the elimination. Here's one more example of me utilizing this trick towards a more aggressive opponent. These are the type of opponents you'll usually get when doing this trick. So the moment my opponent opened up his pyramid, I placed a wall which didn't allow him to build out. He ends up backing away, but he doesn't have time to make it back because the wall really limits your ability to move. This is why you want to make a quick wall opening if you notice your opponent does try to build out from the pyramid. You'll then take a shot and close the wall, which will not allow him to shoot back and not allow him to run past your wall to build up for the high ground. Lastly, I want to point out how I eliminated this opponent, which was the same technique we've talked about at the start, the simple pyramid into the box for a quick elimination. Well guys, that's for this guide. If you haven't really been using these tricks or just haven't used them enough, then I suggest you really start incorporating it more into your play styles, because over my time in playing Fortnite, these are the main tricks that get me most of my eliminations. Now, I do appreciate the recent support on anyone that's been using my supported creator, which is Blink.YT. We've been slowly growing it back, and I thank you to whoever does use the code, as it does help me out so much. You guys don't even know. Anyways guys, hope you have a great rest of your day and night, and I'll see you on the next one.